What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Commander Awesomeness, and tonight I will be simulating the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New Orleans Saints game. The Eagles are 2-0 on the season, meanwhile the Saints are 1-1 on the season. So this could be a pretty solid game. But yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, please feel free to leave a like and hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss out on any more videos. And to those who celebrate, Merry Christmas to everyone that celebrates. I'm pretty sure like everyone here celebrates it, but still wanted to like express the love out there. So yeah, I love you all so much, and we're gonna jump right into things. So we're gonna upgrade some guys, and then take a look at the rankings, and then we're gonna jump right into the simulation. So let's do this thing. All right. What do we got here? It doesn't look like the Eagles need any upgrades, so alright. We're gonna jump right over to the Saints now, see what they got. There. Bada bing, bada boom. Also, we're on the road to 200 subscribers also, so that'll also help if you guys can like help us get there by the end of the year. It doesn't look like the Saints need upgrades either. So now the rankings in which the Eagles at the number 24 offense in the league, meanwhile the Saints at the number 6 offense in the league. Meanwhile, defensively, the Eagles at the number 30 defense in the league, and the Saints at the number 5 defense in the league. I don't know how the Eagles are 2-0 in the season, since if they're like that bad, but I mean, I guess whoever makes the Eagles fans happy, I guess. I don't know, but the Saints are looking pretty good. Although they lost to the freaking Cowboys last week, so but yeah, we're gonna jump right into I don't have it there. We're gonna jump right into things now. Simulation time, boys. Let's get it. All right. It's gonna be an interesting game. And drop your predictions down below in the comments. Who do you think is gonna win this one, the Eagles or the Saints? I'm interested to see what who you think is going to win.
Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 12 carries, 56 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Saints at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And the chains move again, and that's typical for Olave because he's been a consistent playmaker dating back to his days as a Buckeye, and that trend has only continued ever since he arrived in the NFL. Over 1,000 yards for the second straight season last year, and is someone the Saints expect huge things from going forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Carr. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense. And they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nakobe Dean drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big time game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
In motion left comes Brown. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first down carry for Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Throwing is Hurts. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Seven nothing is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down right there, so nothing after the catches. He's dropped at the 42. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now Carr. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Kamara up the middle. And he's got room. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Carr now on first down. Complete to Olave on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it.
Touchdown, Saints! A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Hurts. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. Early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They're going to look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it fourth down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Paris Campbell, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You look at this Eagle defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On play action, it's Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Now this defense for the Eagles, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Out to the right here to Wilson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On play action, now Carr gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Carr. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Carr. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Kamara will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Xander Horvath, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
McManus now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. On 1st down, Hurts. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley on the option. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll go to Barkley again. Still going. Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 63 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And Shaheed going to go in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. 7 yards there and a first down. Carr now to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now a play fake. Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Carr. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sat back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Hurts. Incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Third down and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And this will wind up as Saints first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Carr completes it, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Carr going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Again, it's Carr. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now back to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Hurts on the option right, and he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Hurts going to keep it again. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking corps.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping in air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw his car. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Rodgers to return it. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Boy, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This is where you count on your defense to go out and make, I'm not going to call it a miraculous stop, but make it very difficult for them to get the ball in the end zone.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles 1st down as he'll get this down to the 41. Here's Hurts to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A first down carry for Barkley. Brought down by Willie Gay. Now 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It'll be Hurts on the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed and go for a touchdown, the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? He barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 101 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run it again with Kamara, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. Screen play set up for Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like when you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Gainwell gets it on the option. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They run behind center with Gainwell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to swell the lead to 6. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Now Carr. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
You think back to 2022 with Detroit, Jamal Williams, just unstoppable down near the goal line. 17 rushing touchdowns, 13 of those were from 2 yards or less. He's just an absolute battering ram down in this part of the field, and he finishes off another drive in the end zone.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. The bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And connecting quickly with Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Gainwell. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They'll set up a throw, and it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out, and the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air, it could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This one taken in by Olave. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Miller. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On play action, it's Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Hurts. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2nd down, here's Hurts. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
What's up?
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Here comes 2nd down at 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Here's 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. Option handoff for Gainwell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 3rd down, it's Gainwell. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
Damn, what a game. The Eagles and the Saints then put on one hell of a show. Derek Carr went 34-36 with 317 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. And his longest pass of the day was from 34 yards. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts went 27-for-35 with 273 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And his longest pass of the day was from 20 yards. For rushing, Alvin Kamara had 25 rushing attempts for 118 yards and a touchdown, and his longest one of the day is from 15 yards. Jalen Hurts had 9 rushing attempts for 61 yards and a touchdown, and his longest run of the day is from 22 yards. Jamal Williams had 2 rushing attempts for 5 yards and a touchdown, and his longest run of the day is from 3 yards. Xander Horvath had 1 rushing attempts for 2 yards and a touchdown, and his longest run of the day was from 2 yards. And then lastly, Saquon Barkley had 17 rushing attempts for 145 yards and a touchdown, and his longest run of the day is from 63 yards. He had himself a game. Damn. And now for catching, Rashid Shaheed had 9 catches for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns, and his longest catch of the day is from 34 yards. A.J. Brown had 9 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the day is from 20 yards. Paris Campbell had 5 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the day is from 17 yards. And Dallas Goedert had 8 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the day is from 16 yards. Now for blocking, Lane Johnson didn't allow any touchdowns. Matt Filer allowed a sack. Oh wait, I read that wrong. Lane Johnson didn't allow a sack. Matt Filer allowed a sack. Jordan Mailata allowed a sack, and Talise Fuaga allowed a sack. For defense, Jalen Carter had a sack. Chase Young had a sack. Nakobe Dean had a sack, and Josh Sweat had a sack. For kicking, Jake Elliott made 2 field goals, but he missed 1, and his longest field goal was from 47 yards. And then Brandon McManus made 1 field goal, and he missed the other, but his longest field goal was from 57 yards. And his longest punt of the day, and hold up. And then for punting, Joseph Charlton had 3 punts for 97 yards, and his longest punt of the day is from 44 yards. Braden Mann had 1 punt for 37 yards. And then for kick returns, Kool-Aid and McKinstry had 3 kick returns for 103 yards, and his longest return was from 26 yards. And then Isaiah Rogers, senior, had 3 returns for 70 yards, and his longest return of the day was from 25 yards. And then for punt returns, there was only 1 punt return, and that was by Isaiah Rogers, senior, for 28 yards. And that's pretty much all the stats from this game, as the Eagles defeat the New Orleans Saints 41-38 in a thriller. It was a phenomenal game, man. The only upgrade that the Saints will be getting will be Chris Olave, and he's going 87 overall. Alrighty. You hope to see that. Alright. And then for let's see what the Eagles will got. Come on. The Eagles got upgrades, and the only upgrade will be in Josh Sweat, will be an 82 overall. So a very solid upgrade there for them, as they are now 3-0 on the season. Very impressive start for them. And now the next game that will be seemingly, which will be tomorrow night, which will be for Christmas. It should be around noontime, but it will be the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, and that will pretty much be the video for tonight. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video. I truly appreciate it. And if you're new to this channel, please feel free to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if it's ready. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a night, guys.